Did you know fire is actually a plasma, not a gas, solid, or liquid? Yes, that's right, fire is plasma, the fourth state of matter. It's all thanks to those charged, ionized particles that give fire its unique characteristics. This phenomenon, as common as it may seem, holds a world of wonders waiting to be unveiled. From its colorful secrets to paradoxes and quirks, fire is more than just a means of warmth. So, are you ready to heat things up and delve into the top 10 amazing facts about fire? Starting off at number 10, the color of fire can tell you its temperature. A fire's hue is a direct result of its heat. The coolest flames, typically red or orange, burn at around 1000 degrees Fahrenheit. As the temperature rises, the color shifts to yellow, then white, and at its peak intensity, the fire blazes a brilliant blue. This is because hotter flames emit light from different parts of the spectrum. So, next time you see a fire, you'll know exactly how hot it's burning. Taking the 9th spot, fire behaves differently in space. Without the tug of gravity, flames in space don't rise or fall. Instead, they form a glowing ball of gas. This spherical shape allows the heat to spread evenly in all directions. But that's not the only peculiarity. Fire can also burn differently in space without oxygen. It relies on other combustible gases to keep it going. So, fire is not just earthbound, it has some out-of-this-world properties too. At number 8, fire needs oxygen to burn, but it doesn't consume it. Sounds like a bit of a paradox, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Fire is a chemical reaction, specifically combustion. It's a process where fuel reacts with oxygen, releasing heat, light, and combustion byproducts such as carbon dioxide and water vapor. So, where does the oxygen go? Well, it gets transformed, not consumed. Oxygen is a critical player in the game of fire, acting as a facilitator rather than the main event. It helps to break down the fuel source, whether it's wood, gas, or marshmallows over a campfire. This breakdown helps to liberate the energy stored in those fuel molecules, resulting in the heat and light we associate with fire. In other words, oxygen is the stage manager of the fiery theater, setting the scene for the star performers, but never taking the spotlight. So fire needs oxygen, but it's not an oxygen glutton. Landing at number 7, water can sometimes fuel a fire instead of extinguishing it. It's a curious phenomenon, isn't it? Take oil fires, for instance. Water, being heavier, sinks beneath the oil, evaporating instantly and spreading the flaming oil. Similarly, certain metallic fires like magnesium or sodium react violently with water, causing explosions. So, it's not always about dousing flames with a bucket of water. Remember, not all fires can be put out with a splash of water. At number 6, fire can also be a force of rejuvenation. It seems counterintuitive, right? But consider this. Certain ecosystems like prairies and forests actually rely on fire for regeneration and growth. The heat from fires can trigger seeds to sprout, clearing old vegetation and making room for new life. In these environments, fire isn't just a destroyer. It's a catalyst for renewal, a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. So fire isn't always destructive. It can also be a vital part of life. Cracking the top 5, fire can create its own weather. Picture this, a whirlwind induced by fire dancing with flames or cloaked in ash. These are what we call fire whirls or fire tornadoes. They form when intense heat and turbulent wind conditions combine to form whirling eddies of air. These eddies can contract a blaze into a tornado-like structure that sucks in burning debris and combustible gases. The spectacle is as fascinating as it is fearsome. Who knew fire could be so dramatic? At number 4, fire has been used by humans for over 1 million years. Imagine our ancient ancestors huddled in caves, using fire for warmth against the bitter cold. They harnessed its power to cook food, making it easier to digest and safer to eat. It wasn't just practical, fire also served as a beacon in the dark, warding off predators and bringing a sense of safety. It's fascinating to think how this elemental force shaped human evolution. Fire, our oldest tool and still one of our most useful. Taking the 3rd spot, fire can move faster uphill. Now you might be wondering why. Well, it's all about the preheating of vegetation located above the fire. As the flames ascend, the heat rises and pre-warms the vegetation up the slope. This pre-warming dries out the plants, making them more susceptible to ignition. The fire then has an easier time climbing uphill, effectively racing against itself. It's a fascinating yet dangerous dance of nature. Fire's speed can be dangerously deceptive. At number 2, fire plays a crucial role in our survival. Its life-saving role spans from ancient times to the present. Fire is integral to sterilization, ridding our tools and surroundings of harmful germs and bacteria. In the culinary realm, It transforms food, not only enhancing flavor but also making it safe for consumption. And let's not forget warmth. Fire's heat has been a shield against the cold for millennia, protecting us from hypothermia. Truly, fire is a hidden hero in our daily lives. And at number 1, meet the fire triangle. This is a simple model that illustrates the 3 components a fire needs to ignite and sustain. First, there's heat, which raises the material to its ignition point. Second, there's fuel, any combustible material that can feed the fire. Lastly, an oxidizing agent, usually oxygen from the air, supports the combustion process. It's like a 3-legged stool, each leg representing a component. Without any leg of this triangle, fire cannot exist. So there you have it, 10 blazing facts about fire. We've unveiled fire's colorful secrets, explored its behavior in space, and revealed its paradoxical relationship with oxygen. We've dived into its peculiar interaction with water, its healing power, and its mesmerizing fire whirls. We've journeyed back in time to its ancient uses, marveled at its speed, celebrated its life-saving role, and finally, deciphered the fire triangle. Fire, a fascinating force of nature, isn't it? Thanks for joining us on this scorching journey through the world of fire.